was growing up?
I met Bob Prevost, or Father Bob Prevost, then Cardinal Prevost, and now Pope Leo XIV, when I have seen him for an hour for the last couple of years each year, inviting him to Australia to give a series of lectures at Newman College at the University of Melbourne. And he's a charming, gracious, very quiet, different from Pope Francis in the sense that he's not a man of big gestures, but I would say, deeper and stronger and calmer leadership, can be expected in the spirit of Pope Francis. So different style, but same vision.
Amazing. Dr. Elizabeth was talking about the symbolism of the red that he's wearing. It is a sacrificial role, and that is the symbol of the
Senator at the same level as the Lord John.
He's a very down-to-earth human being, not interested in telling people off, not interested in admonishing people, not interested in fighting with people. He's not going to fight with Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. He certainly has a different vision of the world, which is more connected with Jesus and the gospel. But he'll seek in a nice, quiet, peaceful way. Yesterday in St. Peter's Square in the loggia, when he came out, first thing he said was peace.
So good to see you. God bless you and good morning. How are you?
Find yourself.
Good. Yeah, thank you. Happy Easter to you, Father. Wonderful.
He spent half of his life working in Peru, which is a very violent country. He's dealing in a poor area with, the Shining Path, guerrillas. He's dealing with indigenous people who have been suffering for centuries from colonisation and domination. He's been dealing with people who are refugees and migrants. So he's very much in the spirit of Pope Francis. But at the same time, he's his own man. He came from Peru, which is a very violent place, and he came here to work in the Roman Curia, which is also a rather strange, dangerous place where there's lots of factions. And he spent 3 years here, and a lot of Roman Curial people have said to me, we all love him. He's gentle, he's quiet. Last year, some people from around the world were here, lay people coming for a movement. He was out at Fiumicino acting as a taxi driver and chauffeur for them, etc. And they just called him Father Bob. Leo XIII was the great pope in the modern era, where the church had often been on the side of the establishment, right up until the 19th century, after the French Enlightenment and the French Revolution. He was the first pope who said, no, we've lost the working class. We need to actually recover our roots with ordinary people, take the side of the poor, promote, trade unionism, find a different way where there's a human form of capitalism. And Leo XIII was the beginning. So taking that on as his name is, I think, a very clever way of saying, I'm different from Francis, I'm my own man, but I'm in the same, the river of the tradition is the same river we're in, etc. So he's going to move forward, but he'll do it in his own style.
taken by the moment.
I think going
overcome
through his
emotion.
mind, the weight of
Yeah. And after this, now, Pope Leo the 14th